welcome back. I am the Nerobin, and this is my continuation on the video, on my last video in which I presented you my White Wolf games. Now I want to present to you the rest of the games I own, starting with Das Schwarze Auge, or the Dark Eye, as it is has been translated to English. This is a fantasy game that in the beginning was heavily influenced by Dungeons and Dragons, but has come into its own right and is at the top of the German market at the moment. It's a very rich, has a very rich setting, and this setting is in a sense alive, because there's always movement in this setting through the through the magazine that is presented by the company that is at the moment producing the game, which has changed many times since the invention, or since the beginning of this game. This version is, I think, the second edition by Schmidt-Spiele. Then there came the third edition and the fourth edition by Fantasy Productions, and now there is 4.1 by Ulysses Spiele. In this game you have your standard humans, elves, dwarves, lizard people called achats, orcs, goblins, trolls, and whatever you can think of. This game has its charm because many of the adventures that are written are actually heavily influenced by literature. For example, there is one campaign spanning, I think, 4 books, it's in 80 weeks around Aventuria, which is the continent on which the standard setting is set, under Captain Phileas Focke-Wulf. Some of you may know what this is referencing to. I won't spell it out. This game has its own charm, and at a time I will be doing a video on this, but at the moment we are going further. This is Traveller by Mongoose Publishing and is translated into German by 13 Mann Verlag. This is the newest version of Traveller, although I think 5th edition by Far Future Enterprises may be out at this point. I don't know. Traveller has been produced by many companies and has had many incarnations, and it is one of the first, if not the first, science fiction role-playing game. It's the best way to describe it to a new player is to cite the all too soon cancelled series Firefly. And I think Firefly is heavily influenced by Traveller. I certainly will give Traveller its own video, but that at a later date. Unknown Armies. This is a game set in present day. Like World of Darkness, there are occult and monstrous activities going on in the background without the public noticing. It is an independent game. It is by Atlas Games originally and was translated by Vortex Verlag to German. Sorry. This game has a percentage skill system and has its own kind of magic, which is quite weird, I think. It's definitely worth a look. I can't really say I've played it, so I don't know how practical it is. But the rules are very simple, and to me that's always a plus point. The Pathfinder core rulebook. My newest edition. I thought everyone should have a Dungeons and Dragons book, and I don't really like Dungeons and Dragons before I got this book. I thought it might change my mind on that matter, because it garners so many praise on YouTube, but I can't really say it has. Maybe at a later time I will give you the reasons why, but they are far too many to deliver at this moment. Gemini, a dark fantasy role-playing game by Cell. This was a very short-lived game. I think there are only 2 books out. The core rulebook and 1 setting book. But honestly, you don't really need anything more than the core rulebook to play, because on every page there are, at the top, there are certain bits of there are in-setting rumors and stories, and every page is basically a story hint that can easily be evolved into a whole story. The game itself is about a world in which the forces of darkness have opened a portal to a dark realm, and since then the sun has not risen above the horizon and is always fixed there, so the world is caught in eternal twilight. This game has a very strong emphasis on the fight between religion and magic, whereas magic is bystander evil, and every spellcaster, once he advances to a certain level, begins, when he is casting potent spells, to lose part of his humanity, if you will, and becoming more and more evil, selfish, and that is the point of religion, which is based on medieval Christianity, with all the horrible things of Inquisition and such, and it's a very interesting topic and something with much conflict potential. As I said, quite dark, and it also has elves and dwarves in it, and also rules for playing them, but they have quite a different go at both of them. I might give this its own video at a later time. Mechwarrior, the role-playing game. I also possess the PDF on Times of War, which is the newest version of this role-playing game by Cataclysm Games, or Cataclysm Game Labs, I think. This is set in the Battletech universe, in which 12-meter high robots are marching across the battlefields of the 31st century. I can't really recommend this as a role-playing game, but the universe is very interesting, is very rich, and there are many novels out there with quite good stories, very politically, very much on culture is included. The best ones are of Michael R. Stackpole. Some of you may know him. Sadly, he stopped at one point to write for this universe. Well, I might give the universe another video. I don't think the role-playing game will get one. Kleine Ängste, or as it is known in English, Small Fears. This is in Germany by Key 20, and the original is... oh no, the Key 20 is the English speaking producer, and this is by Feder und Schwert, the same company that translates White Wolf products. This is a game about children taking back the night, children as hunters. But it is quite dark, and there is quite a possibility of children dying, and I have read one of the adventures in the back, and there it begins actually with a 4-year-old child dying. I don't think this is something I would enjoy playing, but I might be wrong. But I don't think so. But I think part of the money you pay goes to children's charities, so that's something good. Shadowrun, 2nd edition, German. This is a gift I received from a friend of mine. And I can't really say I like Shadowrun. I've played one campaign, and I can't really say I've enjoyed it very much. I think the setting is interesting, maybe in the same way I said Battletech is an interesting setting, but I'm not quite sure if the role-playing game is anything for me. Maybe you can argue against me. And the last, GURPS, 3rd edition. I thought at one point that a general role-playing game system that you could use for anything would be a very good idea, and to some degree I still think so, but GURPS is just it's too rules heavy for me, because there is no setting and there is rules for anything. It is as thick as any of the World of Darkness core rulebooks of the old World of Darkness, and it's just the rules. This is too much. I know there's 4th edition out now, but I think they did not reduce the rules content, but extend it, and that's I don't like that very much. But GURPS has one very good feature, and that's the source books they bring out. They are very well researched, and if you ever find yourself in a tight spot when you want to incorporate something into some culture or time period into your games, I really recommend looking it up on stevejacksongames.com, because they are the quality is very high of these products. that's it for today, and I hope this time I got the time right.